Hey YouTube, Tom itself here, and this is some Homefront campaign. Up to this point I hadn't had any real problems with this game. The store gave me a little bit of trouble, but I found if I slowed down I could work my way through it. This is near the beginning of the fourth mission, the wall, and I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, Guerrilla. So this guy has an RPG. You have to kill him before he shoots it, otherwise you're likely gonna die. Then they start coming out, and a typical ambush, shall we say. Another guy on the roof on the right, take him out, and since cover is impenetrable in this game, as long as you stay behind it, you'll be okay. Nice grenade here. The real problem is that their Humvee comes along and parks right in front of this couch that I'm hiding behind. Now all I have to do is get the targeter to lock onto this thing without getting killed. And I tried quite a few different ways. There's a corner on the left, some more cover on the right, but this is how I eventually did it. Just stuck my head out for just long enough there to go ahead and get it, and that'll get me to the next checkpoint. And there's no need for me to be aggressive at this point. Goliath's going to go out there, do its thing, take care of the Humvee, and all the enemies will just fall back on their own. In the next part, you're just trying to work your way up the street and take out the guys with the RPGs who are shooting at Goliath. There's an achievement associated with this, and I think it's probably bugged. I restarted here, completely reloaded from this checkpoint, and I think it worked out to be a lot easier doing that instead of just flying through. Anyway, that's not really the hard part. The hard part is that you get to the end of this street, and you're basically ambushed by a tank that comes through this wall. Now, as best as I can tell, there is only one way to do this, and essentially it involves trying to get out of here as fast as possible. So the thing to do is to step up so that Goliath is going to take fire for you, and then run right behind it as soon as it goes through this wall. Since I knew where I needed to be, even though I almost died, I do make this on my first try. The first playthrough I died at least half a dozen times trying to figure out where they wanted me to be in order to get through that part. I'm going to say that that's some pretty bad game design, and they should not have let that slip through playtesting. The last part of this chapter that I found really annoying was near the end. You're trying to take out a toll booth checkpoint so that Goliath can come through and blow up the big wall, but it's a long ways between the checkpoints and there are a lot of guys. I do not recommend taking the shotgun they offer you. It's really only good for the first room, and after that you'll want some serious range. While you do need to kill the guys who are charging at you, really the important targets are the guys with the RPGs. Otherwise you have limited ammo, and it seems to be an infinite spawn, so there's really not a whole lot of winning if you're just going to sit around and try and kill them as they come at you. There's really no point in going for the guardhouse until you've killed the guys with the RPGs. You need to do that anyway in order to move the story forward, and it's damn near impossible to activate the guardhouse until you've taken out the guys with the RPGs. All the usual suggestions about taking cover obviously still apply, why wouldn't they? But there is one little trick here, and that is that there's a piece of plywood mostly covering this window, not all the way, and I haven't found any other easy way to take that RPGer on the right out. If you miss that, I really feel stupid because it took me a while to find that. Alright, that's two guys with RPGs out, one more to go. I still have to keep clearing these guys off because they will shoot me. That's the third one, and his gunner, and now you would hope that there would be a checkpoint. But there isn't, and that's an infinite spawn up the street, and I still need to run out here. I don't know why. I took cover behind this guardhouse several times and tried to do this. It did not work. For some reason, if you just run in there, crouch down, activate it, that's all you have to do. I don't know why it's like that. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. At any rate, after that, get back inside. There's no point in being out in the street, it's just dangerous, because the next thing you need to do is get back in this room to regroup so that you can go upstairs and continue the game. And their checkpoint is finally there on the roof of this building. Normally I would have expected about 2 checkpoints between the last one and this one, and it wouldn't have been so bad if not for the counterintuitive nature of the guardhouse and that little slit in the window that you had to find in order to take out the guy on the right with the RPG. Or, you know, maybe I'm just slow at these games sometimes, and most people didn't have problems with this. This is a real pain for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's useful if you're having problems on this part, and I want to thank you for watching.